This is Jeff Knuckles, and my app for Android is called KitStash. And the idea behind it is for modelers, hobbyists who like to create models from model kits, to be able to keep track of the kits that they've bought and details about them when they're out at, say, a hobby show or a store. And what I've done here is made the first screen that you come to is a complete list of all of the kits that have been added here, and it's scrollable and filterable by a search. And so, for instance, in this search I could just look for Ford vehicles, and if I type Ford I get just the Fords. I could look just for anything in 1943. We'd get just that Chevy truck. And it searches only the title field. It does not search the brand or the model number or any of the other details. The other thing about this screen is that there is, on the top or left, there is a side navigation overlay that comes up, and a drawer actually, and at the top of it, it gives the name of the app and then the number of kits stashed, which in this case is 3, which we just saw the 3 that are in here. The search box up here at the top actually takes you back to the main all kit search page, and then down at the bottom you see that there are 3 categories here. Now there are actually 5 that I've built into the app, but 2 of them are actually turned off right now, and I'll show you how the user could turn those back on. The other thing in this screen is that the way that you add a new kit is down here at the bottom with this plus sign. So first let's look at turning on those missing extra options here, and that is under settings. There is a category screen that lets you check the categories that you want to keep in the app and hide those that you do not. So I just enabled both the airplane and tanks options, and so when I save this and I come back to my list over here, you see there now are a couple of additional things. I can add tanks and I can add airplanes. So if I go back to cars, there are no cars in here right now. However, if we go to trucks, there are actually 3 trucks. So why don't we add a car so that we can see how that car screen looks. So down here under the plus sign, I'm going to type on this add screen, add kit screen, 1964 Chevy Impala. And I'm going to make up a number for it, CVIMP64. And we pick the brand. This is from Revell. And this is a car, so I'm going to leave that set to cars. I'm going to set a release date, October 2016. And I'm going to set an image, and the image of the Impala is right up here at the top. These were previously downloaded from the web and saved into the gallery. And when I check the box, I come back to the truck screen. Well, you don't see the car that I just added, right? That's because it's not on the cars truck screen. It's on the cars side of categories. So if I look at category for cars, I get 1964 Chevy Impala. Or if I go back to the main search screen and look at everything, you'll now see the Chevy Impalas at the bottom of the list. If I filter this by Chevy, now I see 2 things. I see the 43 Chevy truck as well as the 64 Chevy Impala. Now the last 2 things I need to show you are what happens when I want to see more details about any of these. For instance, what was the scale on that 1964 Chevy that we just added? So if I click that item on the list, I get a kit detail screen that shows me the image that we selected. It shows me a little icon which represents the cars category right up here at the overlay at the top. Shows me the brand, the model ID number, the title, the scale, and the release date that we selected. Now there's a little problem here because a 1-to-1 Chevy Impala means a full-size Chevy Impala, which this is not. This is actually going to be a 1/24th scale model kit, so I need to fix that. So down at the bottom I have two buttons here. I have an edit button and I have a delete button with the red and the trash can with the X in it. So I'm going to click the pencil tool to get to the edit. I can then go in and fix the scale, set it to 1/24th. When I save it and come back here to the detail screen, it now says a 1/24th, and I can also go back one screen to the list with the Chevy Impala on it. Now if I decided that there was a kit in here that maybe I'd finished, I no longer wanted on the list, I can actually pick one of these and delete them. So let's delete the Ford Bronco because I finished that one. And down here at the bottom is my delete button. Are you sure you'd like to delete this kit? Yes, I would. And now it's gone. And if I go back to my KitStash, I'm now back to 3 instead of 4. That's my application. It's called KitStash, and it's for Android.